Hey everybody, what's happening? Son of a Silverstacker here. In today's numismatic news and information for the 19th day of August 2022, I'd like to welcome you over to AppMex so we can check out those live spot prices. However, before that, I'd like to welcome you over to the show this morning. It's a good morning to you with Tiny Numismatics. That's going to be number 210. It's 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, 6:30 a.m. Pacific Time. Hope to see you there. Now, off to the, Amex website, and we're going to be looking at the live spot prices. So I got to reload to make sure we have the correct numbers here. So it looks like gold is down $7.30 to $17.59.80. Silver down 35 cents to $19.43. Wow, that's interesting. Could we be under 19 today? Now, platinum's also down $13.20 to $913.20. Could we see it under 900? And palladium down $10.90 to $21.75.50. Now, over here to Coin World, there's an excellent article by Paul Gilkes. It was published yesterday, August 18, at 8 a.m. And it says here, new mint director sees her position as an incredible opportunity. Now, here we go. And it looks like here we are at the ANA, Chicago World's Fair of Money. And she's wearing her NGC lanyard along with, the pink suit. There we go. So it looks like Ventris Gibson, Ms. Ventris Gibson, 40th U.S. Mint Director, speaks to an audience at the ANA World's Fair of Money in August. Her responsibilities include oversight of the Mint workforce in multiple offices and facilities, including the West Point Mint shown in the background. That's right here. Very cool, very cool. Now, Ventris Gibson, can I say Miss Ventris Gibson? I kind of like that. Rolls off the tongue better. Miss Ventris C. Gibson became the 40th Director of the United States Mint on June 15th when her nomination by President Biden was confirmed by the United States Senate. At the time of the writing of this article, Gibson was en route to the American Numismatic Association's World Fair of Money on August 16th through the 20th in Rosemont, Illinois. Soon after Gibson took office, CoinWorld requested an interview and submitted a number of questions via email to which she provided written responses just before heading to the ANA convention. Now, the first question here is, did you seek out nomination for Mint Director, or did the Biden team seek you in particular? Now, it says this is the answer. I'm honored that President Biden chose to nominate me to become Director of the United States Mint. I never expected to be under consideration to lead this agency. I had a profound moment of clarity shortly after President Biden nominated me to serve as the U.S. Mint's 40th Director. I was face to face with an opportunity to lead this historic agency in a manner that reflects my personal core values of fairness, integrity, trust, accountability, credibility, and transparency. I was looking at a perfect match. Now, this is really interesting. I thought that, to bring in your personal, core values instead of, American values, but could her core values be American values? Absolutely. Now we're looking here at these words she used: transparency, credibility, accountability, trust, integrity, and fairness. Okay, so obviously the Mint is going to be working on these things if that's what her personal core values are. Now, I would say out of these adjectives, these words that they've used, transparency. I think the Mint is going for transparency. Okay, we've seen a lot more emails and a lot more explanations of what's going on, and I think kudos to Ms. Ventris Gibson for changing that. Obviously, we have seen the behavior at the Mint change drastically since David J. Ryder left. Absolutely. Now, because they are showing more transparency, this will give them the credibility they need, that they're looking for, as well as the accountability. Now, what does accountability mean? It means that when something happens, like, let's face it, on Tuesday of this week, on the 16th, we had the Nino Otero Warren quarters drop, and looks like the bots got those PDS sets after the United States Mint capped the enrollment. So, I think there needs to be more work here and accountability. And I think once those three things come into play, I think the trust and the integrity and the fairness will fall into place once you have these three. So it's kind of like a math equation. Once you have these, you'll get the other three. Now, question, were you looking forward to the challenges of becoming a Mint Director? Answer, once I learned of my nomination, I certainly look forward to becoming the Mint Director. Exclamation point right there. I didn't view it as a challenge. Instead, I viewed the role as Mint Director as an incredible opportunity with awesome responsibility. Absolutely, good point. The Mint has a wonderfully storied history, and minting of coins, has long fascinated the American public for hundreds of years. We have told the story of our country's history, culture, traditions, and values by connecting America through coins. I think she read the pamphlet before she gave that answer. Maybe she didn't answer that because, remember, that's kind of what they said before. Well, remember BC? That's what they were doing. They were connecting America through coins. Now, from the manufacture of superior work products to the protection of the national assets under the Mint's control, the Mint's The Mint, throughout its history, has executed our mission with unquestioned quality and integrity while providing outstanding customer service to the nation. I've approached my job with keen motivation to continue and improve on that incredible history. And I think I would agree with that. I think Miss Ventris Gibson is doing a very good job. So kudos to you, ma'am. Now, question, your background is human resources, not manufacturing. What assets does that help you bring to the Mint Director's post? Answer. Now, it says here, I have 4 decades of experience in professional leadership and executive positions. The Mint is more than a manufacturing organization. Absolutely. We know that. The Mint has many different systems, many different levels of careers for people. I would imagine that, a human resources director would probably be the most ideal person to bring into this job. Because, she could easily bring in somebody who is a manufacturing expert below her to run this, right? So I think this is a really smart move by the United States Mint. Now it says here, in addition to the 4 production facilities at the West Point, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco Mints, I'm also responsible for the bullion depository at Fort Knox. We also have the United States Mint Police, which is a federal law enforcement agency, at our Washington, D.C. headquarters. And we also have offices and directorates that provide critical support to meet our mission. These offices and directorates include manufacturing, sales and marketing, protection, information technology, human capital, finance, chief counsel, environmental safety and health, equal employment, legislative affairs, corporate communications, executive secretariat. Yeah, I think you get the point. It is encompassing many different fields of lines of business. Now, an organization with this broad scope requires a leader who is skilled executive and manager, and that's only part of what I bring to the table. Excellent choice of words there. Now, you noted most of my career was spent in human resources. The common denominator of all the organizations I have mentioned is that they are made up of people. The people of the Mint workforce execute our mission, not the machines on the plant floor. They just press the buttons, right? Now, have you had the opportunity, this is the next question, have you had the opportunity to visit or schedule visits to all Mint production facilities, West Point, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, as well as Fort Knox? And I would probably follow it up with the question of, which ones need maintenance and manufacturing? Do you have to, are any going to go offline or online? What's your plans for these mints going forward as the Mint Director? And it says here, answer, I have been deeply impressed with the professionalism, skill, and commitment of the United States Mint workforce at every facility. Good answer, Coach. That's awesome. Staying positive now. It says here, this is a question. During your April 6th testimony before the United States Committee on Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs, as part of the confirmation process, you referred to a culture problem within the United States Mint, and that you had started addressing that since becoming Deputy Director last October. You came up with a blueprint for change. What problems did you encounter at which facilities, and what actions are being taken at each? Is it possible to get a copy of the blueprint for change? There you go. Answer, here we go. What I've encountered at all Mint locations are highly engaged, skilled, creative, and dedicated employees and managers who make up an incredible workforce that produces amazingly beautiful coins, bullion, and numismatic products. See, why would you say anything else? Would you really take a shot at the people you're trying to manage? No. Our products support commerce and delight our customers. The commitment of the Mint team is evidenced by the fact that during the first 2 years of an ongoing global pandemic, they produced nearly 30 billion circulating coins. Now, of those 30 billion circulating coins, there were many, many that had heirs on them. And I want to thank you for producing that many circulating coins with heirs. Awesome sauce. Now, we were the only world Mint to operate continuously under the pressure of COVID-19. I developed what I call a blueprint for change with the goal of making this great institution even greater by improving the work environment for all of our employees. This is an internal document, but I have implemented large portions of the blueprint for change throughout the Mint, and the implementation is ongoing and continuous. So what is it we want to see? We want to find out what that blueprint for change is. Now, it says here, a diverse and inclusive workforce brings us a variety of perspectives and ideas that leads to greater efficiency, creativity, innovation, and problem solving, which further enables us to achieve our mission. Now, it says here, question, this is a good one, folks, you want to pay attention. This is about the Morgan and Peace dollars. Question. In other April 6th testimony, you addressed the Morgan and Peace dollar production for the 2022 that you chose to suspend until 2023, so there would be sufficient blanks to meet all of the demand that would be out there. Rather than limit the production to what blanks could be obtained, was there any consideration given to the continuity of a program even with limited mintages? What is the status of securing sufficient silver blanks? So I think what Paul Gilkes is asking here is that, the continuity of the program by skipping a year, would that damage it, right? And what is the status of securing sufficient silver blanks? Here we go. Here's the answer. It says here, We gave careful consideration to the program continuity, but in light of the supply chain issues that prevented us from obtaining an adequate number of silver blanks, we decided it would be the wisest to continue the program in 2023. Basically, to stop in 2022, pick back up in 2023 when we are confident that we will have sufficient inventory of blanks. Now, background for the next question. In February of 2021, the U.S. Mint introduced the Authorized Bulk Purchase Program that permits 18 undisclosed buyers the opportunity to place in combination orders for up to 10% of the available mintage of select products at a cost of 5% above the regular retail price. Yeah. ABPP questions right here. I hope I have enough time. Question: have you given any consideration to abandoning the ABPP program to allow all coins being struck to be available to collectors who continue buying mint products year after year, or expanding its scope? Now it says here the answer is the U.S. Mint serves all customers. Yikes, I don't know what that means. The Authorized Bulk Purchase Program, ABPP, has allowed all our systems to better serve what is sometimes referred to as our B2C, or business to consumer market. B2C is a common marketing term, and while we're a federal agency and not a business, it's useful in this context. The separation between the sales channels has allowed the Mint to increase sales numbers for many of our products. They've increased the sales numbers of their products at the cost of what the B2B, business to business market, has benefited by having a known quantity that will be available for them. And we know this advanced bulk purchase stuff, new labels from NGC and PCGS have popped up because, well, it's another level of grading, right? There was first day of issue. Now there's early releases, or, well, you've seen them on eBay. Now it says this enables the ABPP participants to start marketing mint products to consumers who prefer to obtain them from that channel. Absolutely, because let's face it, there are people who do like to buy their products from the United States Mint, and then there's other people who like to buy their products from the dealers who's already graded these in a Mint State 70 or a Proof 70. That way they don't have to go to the Mint and buy 3 of the same coin. They can go buy the one they want already at the top pop grade. So this is interesting. I mean, there are some definitely negatives and there's some positives to this relationship. And I think that we should probably just see how it goes from here. I mean, yeah, we can complain about it, and that's reasonable because it does seem unfair. But at the same time, I think there's some fairness to it, like they say. Now it says ABPP participants pay a premium over the Mint's retail price, creating a new revenue stream and ultimately allowing the Mint to keep sales prices at a predictable level for the year. Isn't that interesting? They are trying to manipulate maybe not manipulate, but at least, they want to keep those prices, those sales prices, okay, at a predictable level for the year. What does that mean? Keep sales prices. So keep meaning they have some kind of control over it, right? Interesting. Yeah, we are also seeing the prices on the secondary market coming down and being more predictable. See, they are watching that clearly. At the same time, we've significantly expanded our enrollment subscription options, which are now available on more Mint products than in previous years. All enrollment customers have been able to purchase products, and they actually have expanded the enrollments. First of all, you need to just look at the ornaments. Second of all, you have the Morgans. Yeah, you couldn't do that last year or 2 years ago. You also have the medals from the armed forces. So those are under enrollment as well. So I got to hurry up. I'm running out of time here. There's so much good stuff. Says your question: if the ABPP continues, will the Mint in advance product releases announce which ones will offer ABPP participation, removing 10% of the mintage from public access? Mint's answer is the U.S. Mint will evaluate how much product will be available for sale to each channel on an annual basis moving forward. The Mint is committed to outlining which products will be available under the ABPP. So yes, the ABPP allocation is not intended to remove product from the business to B2C channel. Rather, is intended to provide the bulk dealers with an incentive to stay out of the B2C channel. See, there's always some kind of bonus to that. So ABPP numbers are a separate forecast function, meaning the Mint looks at each channel's demand independently of each other. As an example, some products of ours see less than 30% of total available products sold directly to consumers and 70% B2B, and we still have unsold products. Absolutely, unsold products can create a financial burden on our programs. In closing, the Mint strives to serve as many B2C and B2B customers as we can. The Mint does this to the best of our ability by improving data collection, forecasting by channel, and production and scheduling. I think that was really huge right there. Unsold products can create financial burden on programs. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't have enough time, folks. I wish I did. I want to thank y'all for watching. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you're going to see, please subscribe to the channel. It's free. Son of a Silver Stacker, out.